Welcome back to Big Sky Buckets. I'm Big Sky, and today we got a 3-segment episode where I'm breaking down 3 different teams and/or players in a weird spin on the old 1966 film, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. However, there's going to be a little less good and a lot more bad in this one. But before we get into it, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. I really would appreciate it. As I get this thing up and going, I've been pumping out content, and I just really would appreciate all the support as I continue. Like, comment, all that good stuff, and let's get into it. So my little spin here is, instead of the good, the bad, and the ugly, I'm going to do the annoying, the awful, and the atrocious, because alliteration is king. Let's start with the annoying. The annoying here is a team that I talked about yesterday. And I told you guys that I'd believe it when I saw it. And I still haven't seen it, because the big 3 for the Phoenix Suns, even marketed as they will all play last night, did not all play last night. Minutes before the game started, Bradley Beal out with lower back pain. I get it. Sure. I'm sure his back hurt. But this is ridiculous. This is so annoying. How can we evaluate this team when we haven't seen them all play together? It's been 11 games now for them, and not a single time has all 3 played with them. Now, to their credit, they did win. Devin Booker did play. KD did play. KD 31-6-6. Devin Booker 31-5-4. Great. Beat the #1 defense in the league in the Timberwolves. That's a huge win. But how am I supposed to evaluate this? And it's just so damn annoying, because I wanted to come on here and talk about this game. But I don't really want to talk about it too much, because it's nothing I haven't necessarily seen. Because when Devin Booker and Kevin Durant played, they are now 2-1. Devin Booker is the man. He's now the #1 option on this team. He's right in his prime. This is his team. So I get it. I know Kevin Durant is the better player in terms of overall career, but this is his team. But now I need to see where Bradley Beal fits into this scheme, because the defense will always prioritize Kevin Durant and Devin Booker as the guarding them is more important. So where Bradley Beal fits in, I'm really interested to see if he plays super well, because there's going to be less defensive attention put on him in their offense. But, until I see that, it's, again, hard to evaluate, and so that's why I'm saying they're annoying. Let's move to the awful. This one is a player, and the next one will be a team, and then we'll be done here. Jordan Poole looks like the most unserious player in this game. In the National Basketball Association, he looks like the most unserious player. He's barely trying. He's not listening to his coach during timeouts. He's telling people that this is his team, and he can do what he wants, and he's the fucking man now. It's like, I know that you won a championship in Golden State, but you have a max contract, and if you're not playing like an all-star, if you're not playing, attempting to try and play winning basketball, I know they're on a rebuilding team. I get that, but he's playing really, really awful. He is a shot chucker. He doesn't play defense. He is not a playmaker. He's just kind of running around doing whatever the hell he wants. And it's just ugly basketball. And it's shocking, because everyone came into this season being like, oh, look out, he might be most improved. This is, as a #1 option, he might put up a lot of big numbers. Not really. Not so far. And so that's where I'm saying that's awful. You're just throwing it away. And I've emphasized this before, especially with James Harden. In a league where there's always someone there to try and take your place, and especially on a rebuilding team, like, let's say the Wizards don't get the #1 pick, and number 2, 3, 4 pick in the draft, because we're super early into the mock draft season, ends up being a shooting guard. Well, buddy, they're probably going to take the best available, and you're going to have to start playing against him for minutes. You do not want that, and with the way that you're treating kind of like your coach and your teammates, saying that you're the man, this is your team, buddy, I got bad news for you. Right now, Bilal Coulibaly, who I thought was going to be a long-term experiment, is looking better than you are, especially defensively. And his shots are starting to fall. It might not be your team for very long. So that's the awful. And the atrocious. So yesterday, I talked about a team that is looking like they might finally move into the rebuilding window. But I was afraid that knowing their owner and knowing the franchise, they might try and retool. I can now full on say this. If they retool, they're dumber than I thought. They're so much dumber than possibly imagined. The Chicago Bulls had a game last night in Chicago, and it was an atrocity of a game, just to add to the overall atrociousness of what's going on in Chicago. And of course, Paulo, I had talked about before with the Orlando Magic and their isolation near the end of the games being bad. Well, it worked this one time, and Paulo made a quick jumper. All right, they're out of timeouts. They give the ball to Patrick Williams. Patrick Williams has not really progressed the way you had hoped if you're a Bulls fan. And Alex Caruso is inbounding the ball. He gets it to Patrick Williams. You got to, I know it's a long shot, but you got to chuck something up. And 4 years in, this guy doesn't have awareness of how much is on the clock and how many times you can dribble before you have to get a shot up. My man just dribbles the ball too many times and the shot clock goes down. He doesn't even get a shot up. This is an atrocity. Look, full-on rebuild is what this team needs. A full-on rebuild. You need to blow it up, kingdom come, and fire the front office, fire the head coach. You need to burn this down like General Sherman burned down Atlanta and let the Phoenix be reborn. There is a new hope once everything that remained from before is gone. You need to. You need to get rid of every single, even though Alex Caruso's been great and a couple others have been all right, get rid of the entire team and get as many assets as you can. And don't look back. Do not look back. The Chicago fans, I know. The Bulls fans are in hell right now. They are in so much pain. You can hear, you can feel it in their social media tweets and Instagram posts about how bad this team is. You can hear it in their podcasts and YouTube videos of just what I said early on was spot on. I was a little bit ahead. I was just a wee bit ahead of time of this organization right now is truly a void of pain and suffering where the fans, their spirit has long been gone. It is a soulless vessel of despair. That is what they get to watch pain and suffering on a night in, night out basis. Sports and entertainment in general are supposed to help you maybe disassociate just a little bit from the reality, the monotony, the pain that you may be going through from a night in, night out basis. Except I'm sure someone out there will say, no, my life is still somehow so much worse than it is when I watch the Bulls. But it can't be that many because damn, they're awful. Blow it up, burn this shit to the ground, start anew, start fresh. I don't care. Get rid of the GM who made this all happen. Let Zach LaVine go somewhere else. Get DeMar out of here. Get Vooch out of here. Get as many assets, compile as many assets, just do the OKC thing. Get like one good young player in return. Maybe wait out one more year of Patrick Williams and then say, you're either taking a vet minimum or you're gone because he sucks. I feel really bad for the Bulls fans. I've never disliked the Bulls either. I've liked watching them in the past, but man, it's so bad. They're so bad. It's just even when they can't win for losing. They really, really, really can't. That's it for the day. That's it for today. Well, thank you for watching my new segment, The Annoying, The Awful, and The Atrocious. But yeah, that's all I got for you. I will see you guys on Sunday. Something probably a little bit more upbeat. I'll try and figure out what to do, but giving it a couple days to marinate on a new idea. Like, I was really struggling to come up with something today, but then I was like, if I can get a really short one in, I'll probably be happy, and I am. So, yeah, it's kind of funny throwing shade at some teams, people, players, you know. But thank you guys so much for watching, listening. Like I said before, if you're new, I would really appreciate if you would subscribe. I would really appreciate if you'd like and let me know, was I too harsh? Was I biting my tongue? All of that good stuff in the comments. If you're audio only, rate, listen, all that good stuff. And again, I'll see you guys on Sunday. Peace.